Welcome back to Us Against Everything. Unfortunately, today I am riding solo. I'm riding solo. Unfortunately, Landon is preoccupied today. Boo. So he will not be with us, but I'm going to entertain the out of us today. Because I'm going to be answering a hella of a lot more of your questions, including, I have a list of 50 here. Let's see if we actually get to the 50 questions, because some of these questions may be long. Welcome back to If I Had a Quarter Part 2, where these are the most frequently asked questions. And I get these all the time, and I am so sick of repeating myself. So I figured I'd make an episode and then send everyone here to listen so that they can hear all these answers once.
Hooray!
Can spirits lie to you or manipulate what you see? There are tricksters. Tricksters often do it, but they're not normally spirits that have crossed over grandpa energy. These are more like, I was wronged. I have unfinished business. I want to screw with people because I'm pissed off, and they might try to manipulate, hurt you. Entities can also do the same thing. Now, when it comes to spirits that have genuinely died, good energy, most of the time they cannot. But the spirits that have unfinished business, they absolutely can. For instance, Jean Bonnet's mother, she gave me one hell of a story. She blamed this teacher for hurting Jean Bonnet. But in reality, from what I saw and what I was told by many other spirits that quite literally pushed me into the direction of watching this Law and Order episode and said, listen to this. This is the Jean Bonnet story. Everything that happened was inside the house. Nobody was wondering about. Christmas Eve is probably one of the more unlikely times for people to get robbed. It happens, people getting abducted, but you're more aware in those moments. You don't know if grandma and grandpa are from out of town staying for the holidays. It just doesn't make any sense. They grabbed all of their favorite people and they made damn sure that they covered up for their son. Again, those are visions, not facts. One day I think we'll find out. Have you ever felt drained after a reading? Oh my God. Every day. Every day. As I have gotten older, it is frustrating. It is very frustrating because I just want to be in my prime. But it gets harder and harder every year. With that being said, psychic, which is future-related readings, past lives, text readings, those kind of things are much less draining than, let's say, a mediumship reading, which is why I only offer 15-minute increments, because they are so damn draining. If you want to book a mediumship reading before I am finished for the year, because I am taking a break come this summer, boomspoton.com. Have you ever predicted something you wish you didn't? Yeah. My friend at the time was working in a nursing home, and he was bitching and complaining about one of his residents, that he was really mean to him. You don't have to wait much longer. I don't think he's going to be around much longer. And then 2 days later, the man died. I didn't think it was going to happen that fast, and I did feel bad for putting that out there, because I don't like doing death predictions. But just something told me. I'm also convinced that this person wishes death upon people or bad luck upon people, and it actually works. Second person that's died around this person that I've known in the last 6 months, just saying. Do you warn people about bad things you see or hold back? Sometimes yeah, sometimes no. I'm not going to go up to a complete stranger and be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't get in your car and go home. Like, I'm not going to do that. I sound like a crazy person. Not that that's ever come up, but I'm being completely extreme. But I have done it for people that I know. Do people ever get mad at you after reading? Yes, many. Now, most people are very polite and will not say so. Some will say so. They'll be like, you know what? I thought you were going to tell me that the man of my dreams was coming into my house. They were going to knock on my door. They were coming today. And I'm like, I'm sorry. People definitely get mad about that, especially when it doesn't hit their 5-year plan. Like, I remember having a woman getting so incredibly mad at me because she had I think it was 6 to 8 months left in her 5-year plan. And I didn't see a man coming into her life at that point. And she was like, are you fucking kidding me? And I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I also had a woman get really, really mad at me when she asked me about a man that was her ex and if he was going to pay her back this money. And I was like, no, he's not. And she was like, are you friggin' kidding me? Well, then I guess I'm just going to give up on life. And I was like, I'm sorry. It's not fun sometimes people get mad at me. I don't take it well. Why do some readings hit hard and others don't? I'm going to go on skepticism. If you really believe in me, your readings are going to be incredible. You're going to feel everything, understand everything. Everything's going to flow nicely. If you already feel very guarded, I feel that shield. I feel like you protecting information. I'm blocked out. It's kind of like you're sitting in a box and I can see you in this box, but there's all these black spots in front of you. I cannot see all your information when people do that. Those hit hard. The ones that, really, really let their guard down. I love those readings. And then the other ones, I can't please them all. Do skeptics ever secretly come back after doubting you? Many a times. I'll never forget the cab driver. I was in a cab. This man was like, oh, I see you work here at Sacred Quest. And I was like, yeah. He's like, are there people that actually do readings in there? And I was like, yeah, they do. And he was like, do you do them? And I'm like, I hate when men talk to me about this topic. I get so shy, I shrink. I get so nervous. And he's like, do you see anything about me? And I said, was your dad a really heavy smoker? And hid the fact that he was a smoker. And he was stunned, right? Just on that energy alone. And he's like, oh my God, I can't even believe you just said that. And I was like, oh, sorry. Anyway, he's like, my mom knew he quit. And it was this whole thing. And then he wanted my card. It was cool. But yeah, he sat there telling me on how skeptical he was before I said what I said. So can you tell if somebody is being cheated on? Yeah, I absolutely can. Without a doubt. So if you are being cheated on, I will tell you if I feel like you are ready to hear the information. If you are broken and there are other issues, I won't share. Not right away anyway. If you come to me and you say, Liz, tell me the hard truth, I might share. But broken people, absolutely not. Do timelines change based on decisions? Yes. You're going to move cross country. I see you moving. You say, is it going to happen in a month? I'll say, if you work really hard and get enough money together, yeah, it can happen. But you got to cut the spending. If I say something like that to somebody and they decide to avoid my advice, it's not going to come true. Some people don't pay attention to those things. All they hear is the yes, and that can be frustrating. But yes, timelines change all the time. Can people block their own success without realizing it? Absolutely. A lot of people do. A lot of people get so stuck in the planning stages, they don't actually take action. A lot of people fantasize about their goals and dreams and actually never pursue them. Stop and start pursuing them. Do spirits ever interrupt you when you're not working? All the time. It is so frustrating because I will want to relax or just do something, and then something just pops in my head, and then I'm like, okay, I have to do this now. And then I have to investigate. I have to figure out what the hell is being said. Like, it's a whole thing. And then here I am awake thinking about this thing as I'm going to sleep too. It's definitely frustrating, but I get it. It comes with the territory. Can animals sense what you do? Yeah, I would say so. My girl dogs don't give two shits, but my golden absolutely senses what I do. Do electronics glitch around you? Furby, hello. Our lights. Our lights is a big one. Anytime Landon and I have lights anywhere, whether it's strip lights or lights attached to our bed or even lights attached to like just lamps in general, they always get messed up. Our bed lights will change like colors like blue, red, white, depending on the ghost. The red one is like the most aggressive. The blue ones are the nicer ones. But yeah, we had a hell of a lot of spirits come through glitching with electronics. Do you ever get messages you don't understand until later? All the time. I will get half messages, which is frustrating. But yes, all the time I get some, and then I'll put the pieces together eventually. Or I'm in the middle of recording an episode, doing the edits, and then I'm like, okay, I just figured out the piece that I didn't understand last time. What is the difference between a spirit and something darker? A spirit and an entity are two different things. A spirit is good. All things good. Even if you made mistakes. Now, if you've molested children, killed somebody, you're not going nowhere good. Let's just put it that way. You'll have a sentence regardless. And your sentence will be as bad as what you caused to that person. Can those entities become spirits later on? Yes, once they complete their sentencing, which I don't know how any of that works, but I do know that there's a whole structure. It's very strict. So know that part too. The darker stuff can come from evil people, stem from demonic worlds, stem from hell or whatever you want to call it, the underworld. There's a lot. There is a lot of different energies, a lot of different dimensions. Not all these demons are on the same planes as others are. Some are stronger, some are weaker, some are stupid, some are smart. Spirits are usually really good. They often provide guidance, and demonic energy is really bad and often causes chaos. Do certain objects actually hold energy? Yeah, all the time. Toys often hold energy a lot. Mirrors, wooden things, even clothes holds energy. I never knew the clothes side of things until I saw this wedding dress. And it was like a resold wedding dress. It was fucking wild.
Come to me.
But it was a scary dress. If I had the room, I would have bought it. Okay. I have never shared this information with anyone, including Landon. So he's going to hear it at the exact same time you do. But basically, this wedding dress was calling out to me because this woman purchased this dress, was obsessed with getting married, had no groom, but was obsessed. And then one day, she finally found a man who she thought was worth getting married to. So she decided that she was going to start casting really dark spells on him. And he didn't really want to be with her. It was like a really dark story, honestly. But anyways, he ended up jumping off of a fucking cliff, leaving her, well, not even a widow, a left fiance. And that was what I felt from that dress. So she took that dress and I think she brought it to a thrift store. I think she killed herself because she was also dead. But she was looking for her fiance and screaming at me to tell her where he was. And I was like, bruh, he ain't here. That's why I wanted the dress, to spend some time with it and maybe like talk her off a ledge, get her to go home, that kind of thing. Release the spell. Do you believe in possessions? I absolutely do. Possessions are a thing of art in the demonic world, not for me. Possessions are completed to basically fuck with the Catholic Church. That is their way of reminding the Catholic Church that they can still crawl in and be evil. Like, it's a whole thing. And one day we will do an episode on possessions because I think it's important. But I want to talk about that more in depth. Just know that you can only be possessed if you are a virgin. They usually go after children more than anything else. If you are a virgin until you are an adult, they still can come after you as well. If you are a 33-year-old virgin, they can still come after you. And it's mostly people that have not been baptized. Have you ever told someone their home wasn't safe? No, I've never done that. But I would if I had to. Have you ever felt like something tried to trick you? Oh yeah, many a time. So many times, actually. We have a Glenn doll from the Chucky franchise. And Glenn is hella haunted and is a trickster. And he has tried to trick me a few times. Can people accidentally open doors that they shouldn't? Oh yeah, all the time. Definitely. Portals, doors, demonic things, going even into a basement that's been deep dark for a long time with what's something you know but don't like talking about. I can feel people's deaths. I can, if somebody is physically close to me, like family related, friendship related, and they're dying, I can go through the steps of their death with them. And let's just say it's somebody bad, which has also happened. I can feel the heat and the decisions of that person going to heaven or hell or whatever you want to call it. It's pretty intense. Were you ever like this as a kid, or did it develop later? I believe I saw things when I was a kid, but I didn't put two and two together until I figured things out way, way, way later. Have you ever tried to ignore your abilities? All the time. All the time. If I'm tired or burnt out, I ignore them. If spirits come to me at like 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't want to talk to them. What does a normal day in the life of Liz actually look like? Here, take a pen. You ready for this? I wake up every single day. I instantly take my dogs, go for a walk. Angel specifically needs her walk. She's the one who wakes me up. I don't even need an alarm clock anymore. That dog is like 6 a.m. No problem, Mom. Here we go. Take Angel on a walk. Get back home. Riddle's angry at me.
Why did you take her? Why didn't you take me?
Sorry, Riddle. Gotta take Angel because if I don't, I'll come home with the TV broken. Take care of Riddle's needs. Start the process of feeding the dogs. Angel eats her food slowly. Riddle eats his food fast. It's very, very, very scientific. Sometimes I have TikToks prepared. Sometimes I don't. So I sit there and start preparing TikToks. Once I do that, I usually grab for breakfast. Then I'll start doing text readings if I have anything outstanding. Then I'll look at my readings, see, okay, this person didn't do this. I got to contact them and reach out to them. Once I'm done all of that, I wait for my video calls. Most of the time, they go off without a hitch. Ever since I started texting people saying, hey, where are you at? We notice there are a lot of time zone issues. That is one of my biggest issues. People, everyone, my appointments are in EST time. Calculate from EST time. I start completing my video calls. I do that. In between my calls, I'm either taking the dogs out for a bathroom break, all the beautiful things. And depending on my day, it really depends. If it's like a Wednesday, if it's like a Tuesday or a Thursday, I'm also recording content and not taking calls. Normally, I spend my evenings preparing TikToks for the next day or editing my content for YouTube, for Instagram, for Facebook, uploading them to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. And then on top of all of that, I have to look up the material. What am I going to cover? What do you guys want me to cover? It is a lot. Oh, and then there's the days that I have to drop the bomb on Landon and be like, hey, so I know you had a really long work day. Can you come and record with me? And he does, because he's a gentleman. And most of the time, like 99% of the time, I might get a side eye, but I never get complaints. And you know what? I know it sounds like a lot, but I wouldn't change it for the world. Do you prefer being alone because of what you pick up on? Yeah, I mean, I am not somebody who enjoys being in the company of other people for very long. I can handle like 1 or 2 hours, and I'm not talking about Landon or my kid or my dogs. I'm talking about everybody else. I just want to be in my space, clear my mind, because people's energy is intense. Have your friendships changed because of what you do? Oh my God. I was a loser in school. Like, I wasn't considered a geek because a geek is too smart. I wasn't considered popular because I certainly had the worst fucking clothes in the world, the worst haircut, the worst glasses. Thanks, Mom. I was considered the weirdo. People would be like, wow, you say a lot of weird shit. So I didn't really have friends. And then when I started doing readings, everybody wanted to be my friend. Everybody get in line. And then I realized people were taking advantage of me, didn't really want to be my friend. It's a very, how do I say it? Tough thing to deal with, but I have some really great friends now. I believe that I've gained some friends based on what I do. So that part of it is nice. They know my boundaries. They never cross it. So do people treat you differently once they know? Yes. When I have like a normal friendship, I will speak to people and they automatically think everything that I am saying is a vision. Every time I open my mouth and I say something like, so, do you like horses? They instantly think, they're like, oh my God, she's giving a reading. I'm just asking if you like horses. If I'm not telling my new friends my job ever.
No.
Can you read Landon without trying? Yeah. Do I want to? No. Why? Because all his decisions and shit that goes on in his life affects me. Even if it doesn't affect me personally, it still affects me. So no, I don't like it. Live with it. Have you ever told him something before it happened? Yes, many a times. All the time. Actually, it's kind of funny. We do it to each other. I'm not the only one that does predictions. He does it too. And he does it as well. So yes, both of us often will be like, fuck, why didn't we make a video about that? Do you ever pick up on people, spirits around him all the time? All the time. And you know what else is hilarious? Which I sent him a video the other day and I don't even know if he watched it because he was at work. Probably didn't get back around to watching it. But there was this big white butterfly. Anytime we see white butterflies, it's always because they're trying to say it's going to be okay. It always happens when we need it to happen, which is really beautiful. Has your relationship gotten stronger because of your abilities? I mean, I don't think it's gotten stronger because of it. I just feel like we have more of a bond because of it. When it comes to the relationship, I feel like we're just a strong soulmate couple in general. So, can you feel when someone has bad intentions towards him? Hella yes. Let me tell you. I will tell him everything. I'll be like, this person likes you, this person doesn't like you. I mean, if he wants to know. I wouldn't want to know, but he likes to know that shit. So I would tell him that kind of thing. But yeah, all the time. What does a vision actually look like? It depends. It's most of the time it's images. Images, sometimes it's sound. The sounds are the worst because at least with the images, I can distinguish what it's telling me, or at least try to distinguish what it's telling me. The sound, I'm kind of already like deaf. Like I have my volume all the way up on everything. So it is really hard for the sound side of things. Exceptionally hard. Do you ever doubt yourself after a reading? All the time. Do you remember every reading you do, or do they blur together? I'm going to be honest. I do a lot of readings. There are some people, their stories are very significant. They're dealing with something super significant. I will remember them so incredibly accurately. But there are some people that I don't remember at all. But then there's my regulars. I remember all my regular stuff, like from the very beginning to the end type of thing. Can you tell when somebody's lying to your face? Oh my God, this is my biggest pet peeve. You don't even need to believe in what I do. But don't be trying to lie to my face and not remember that I'm going to know that you lying to me. Even customers or clients, I get it. They don't know me. They don't want to trust me. They're not going to share because I'll ask very intimate questions sometimes like, are you giving this person money? And if they are embarrassed by it, they're not going to share. They'll say no, or, well, no, they'll only give me half truths. And I know it's a lie. And then by the end of the reading, it all comes out anyway. So yes, I know, no point in lying. It just wastes your 30-minute reading. Have you ever known something about someone before they told you? All the time, especially abuse, because I was a victim of abuse. I'm very in tune with it. So that is a very significant thing I can tell. And I would never pressure anyone to tell me any of those things. But if there's a reading involved and we start talking about certain subjects and the person seems open to, I absolutely will say something, but very lightly. Do you think people are ever scared of you? Yes. I don't know why. And maybe it's because psychics were also like considered witches back then, because we're doing bad things. We're not talking to spirits. We're not seeing future stuff. We are being tricked by a demon and we're stupid to follow through with it. It always just has to be a bad thing, right? But witches and psychics, for whatever reason, go hand in hand. Now, don't get me wrong. I have no issue with people that are involved in witchcraft. I have no issue with anyone who, is involved in it. And I'm actually quite fascinated by it. And there are some elements that I will use for protection associated with witchcraft, but it's not something I practice. Most people think that because of what I do, I'm going to put a spell on you. And that is just simply not true. I have zero spell credibility. The only spell that I have ever done, and this was like when I was an idiot, when I was younger, I was angry and upset because the guy I was pursuing decided that he didn't want me and went back to his ex. And I was like, I'm sorry, excuse me, what? So then in that moment, I took all of my rage, all of my anger, all of my tears, my upset from all of the past exes and threw all of my energy into his name on a piece of paper.
By the prickling of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes.
And I lit it on fire and I said, you're going to become obsessed with me. Now, I didn't do a full ritual. Like, this was just me being mad. I didn't follow any spell. And then like 2 days later, he came back, but also I didn't want it. And then there's still a tiny little bit of an obsession on his end. And again, I don't want it. Moral of the story, you cannot use any sort of witchcraft manifestation for love. You will give yourself karma in the worst way. You will not want the man that you do not want to obsess about you. And I will never do anything like that again. I regret it. I regret it so hard. What's the craziest reading I've ever done? I mean, I've done many, many, many fucking crazy readings, but I've also done a lot of amazing ones. I tried to help her. Have you ever had a client come back and say you were right? All the time. People will be like, okay, Liz, I got to give you an update before they even start their reading. Sometimes people that have text readings will reach back out and be like, I have to give you an update. So yes, it happens all the time and it is so beautiful. I absolutely love it. What's something people misunderstand about what you do? They think by coming to me, I'm going to read their future and I'm going to say, all these beautiful things are going to happen for you. But in reality, a reading isn't necessarily predicting. It is to a degree. It's also showing you different paths. Like, look, if you decide to let go of Luigi and start focusing on your mental health, going on this weight loss journey, you're going to find this really special guy that you didn't even know was coming to you. But if you decide to stay with Luigi, those wonderful things are not going to happen. So I think that's the biggest misinterpretation of readings. And understanding me specifically, something that they don't understand about me, I'm not here to fill your head up with bullshit. I will tell you what I see. There are moments I get scared, I'm not going to lie. But don't come to me expecting a miracle, because you're the one that has to actually make it happen. Do you ever feel pressure to be right? All the fucking time. I don't think there's a point in my life that I haven't felt that pressure. Do you ever wish you didn't have this ability? I have those moments. It's not an everyday all day thing, but my issue is more or less like I stopped gaining traction on TikTok. I instantly feel like I suck. I'm not good. I'm terrible at this. Why do I do this? Like, I go into that mode rather than I wish I didn't do this. It's more of like, I suck at this. What's something this gift has cost you? My gift hasn't cost me anything oh, you know what? I found something. My time with my husband. It has definitely cost me a lot of my time. Now, my last question here is, do you think you were born for this? Yes and no. I think I am born for this, but I also feel like there's just so much more of me that I have yet to explore in my life. And I feel, although this is a beautiful thing, but I feel like I'm meant for more, even if it's a completely different direction. I think I need more. I think I need to fulfill other pieces of me. But yeah, those are all my questions for you guys today. That was a lot, but I'm glad that we got to do this together. Next time we will be back. We will have Landon back with us. I'm thinking we're going to do the episode in relation to Magic Kingdom. We also got Epstein on the list. We have a bunch of new episodes coming our way. And if you guys have any suggestions on what you want to see, let me know in the comments, because I'm sure we can figure something out. We want to adhere to you. As always, it's us against everything.